Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx, and I have a little haul that I've accumulated over the last few weeks, and I thought I would share it with you instead of just jumping right into a get ready with me using this stuff, because I haven't done a haul video in a while, so I thought I would do one with you. Drugstore, I have a few high-end things, and I have a few controversial things, or I should say I have a few things from controversial brands, and I will share my input on those controversial things. You don't need to agree with me, it's fine. It's just makeup. Let's just remember that. It's just makeup. Our opinions, the way you feel about the person who put something out, is just that. It's just the way you feel about it, whether you want to support them or not. In the end, it's just makeup, but I still was interested enough to want to try the makeup, so let's just get right into it. But one final note for anybody who cares, I did get my blood work back. It all came back normal. Even the Epstein's bar panel, which I thought was weird. But yeah, everything came back normal, which is good, but I'm still left with no fucking answers, as per usual. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait until April till I go see my GI specialist and start this all over again. So there you go. So yay for no issues with blood work until next time. All right, so here we go. Okay. I have a few things from JD Glow, not a lot, just a few singles and one of their gel liners, which I'm not a huge gel liner fan, but I've always seen swatches of this and it's really pretty. So I swatched this once last week and this stayed on my hand all day, even after I washed or tried to wash it off. It stayed on all day. Now, my only issue is, and I'll need to practice this a million times. After you put it on, like, I think you'll have to do a few layers, because when I put this on my hand, even if I put a few layers on the same spot, it kind of looks sheer. It's beautiful. I think this, I want to say this shade's called FaceTime. I have to look. Hold on. Yeah, FaceTime. It's beautiful. And you get a really nice amount. It is kind of sheer though. It looks beautiful in the light though, as you can see. The only liner I use on my top lid is a like felt tip liner. My favorite's the Renaissance Flick from Make Revolution, but that's all I use. So I'll have to play around with this, but it was so pretty and they were having a sale. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. But yeah, so I'm excited to play around with this. It has a really pretty kind of duochrome shift to it, lightly like yellowish. I love that. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with it. And when I say sheer, I don't mean completely sheer, but it's just not as opaque upon first glance. Again, I'll have to play around with it though. I'll have to play around with it though. The next thing, I got a few more of their, what's this line called? Their Galaxy shadows. All right, so the first one, I have to admit, this is probably one of their first ones that I'm not overly thrilled about. This is Fairy Acid. I guess it just looked cooler online. It's just kind of like, it's probably the most boring one I've gotten from them. Yeah, I'm just not over the moon about it. The next one though is gorgeous. This one is called Good God, but it's spelled like God, G-A-W-D. Crumbly, but it reminds me of, it's the same effect kind of that Unexpected has for me. Like it looks different than how it looks in the pan. I can't even describe what's going on here, but it's gorgeous. This is a shade I would use all the time. And the last one is, I didn't get a ton, Anomaly, which is really pretty. I feel like this one also though, I mean, really, really pretty. It translates not exactly how I thought it would. Really pretty though. You know what it is? I want them all to be like this, but in their own shades. But I just want them all to be like this. I feel like they're just not all, I want them all to be this exciting, and I just feel like not all of them all. They're all pretty in their own ways, but I want them all to be like this one, Good God, and Unexpected, if you know what I mean. If you've seen Unexpected, you know what I'm talking about. These I've played around with for a bit. These I got a few weeks ago, but they're the Fenty, what are these? The Snap Shadows? Yeah, I have number 5 Peach, and I have number 7 Cadet. I have played around with them. I'm not incredibly impressed with them, to be completely honest. These are the first Fenty shadows I've ever tried. They're fine. They're fine. And I have used them quite a bit, honestly. The formula's fine. Nice, actually. I mean, the formula's nice. I feel like this formula is a bit smoother than this formula for some reason. The mattes are nice. You know what? That's what I'm gonna say about this palette. These palettes. They're nice. That's probably the best I can say about them. Do I think you need to run out and get them? No, not really. They're nice. If you want to try them, I say, you know, wait until there's a 20% off sale. Like I said, these mattes, like this palette is just not as pigmented as the peach palette for some reason. I'm not sure why, and that's like across the board. The mattes, the yellow is gorgeous. I guess the lighter brown down here is fine and nice and very nice. Like these are my two favorite shades from this palette. The other shades are just like, whatever, the black and this top shade. I have been reaching for them, like, to use them because, I mean, they weren't cheap. But, I mean, they're just okay. They're fine. They didn't blow my mind. That's what I can say about them at this point. The next I was really excited about because they were on sale and I've been looking for them for probably like a year. And the first time I find them, they're like on clearance at Walgreens, I think. And I think I got these like a month ago and I just haven't even opened them until a day or two ago, but I still haven't used them. I wanted to like show them in a video first. So these are the Hypnotic Lights eye toppers from Milani. And I have the shades, I'll swatch them and tell you what shades they are. Lou has been dying to let me swatch these on her hand because I usually swatch things and she sees me and I let her swatch a few things on her hand because why the hell not? Now, eye toppers can be tricky because sometimes they can look amazing when you swatch them and then you actually use them on your eyes and they either take off your shadow underneath or they don't move around well or translate well or they become patchy. So I'm interested to see how these perform and if they do any of those bad things. So let's see, we have, oh no, okay, crap, I can't find any of the names. Oh no, okay. All right, I can't find the actual word name for this, but this white one here is number 4. This middle one is number 5, Prismatic Light. And this one here is number 1, Luster Light. So gorgeous. I mean, this one, I die over. This one is pretty, but I feel like it's just pretty because this light is on it. This one, it's fine. This one, I'm just dying over. We'll see how it performs on top of something. That'll obviously be the real test because, you know, swatches don't mean dick. Anything can swatch well, especially these kind of things because you're not wearing them on your hands. So yeah, these were on clearance for like $2 each and they're normally like 12 or something. So I'm excited to play with those. The next are e.l.f. sponges. I've never used these. I'm pretty sure this is new and this is older. So this is the Total Face Sponge. You use the sweat or dry. And this is the Camo Concealer Sponge, best with their Camo concealers. I haven't used this. I've never used a sponge this shape or e.l.f. sponges, so I'm looking forward to seeing how these perform. I love my Wet n Wild sponge. It's one of my favorites, and I've never found a sponge that's that affordable and that wonderful. This is soft, so that's promising. You know, we've all felt those shitty, cheap sponges that you hope is gonna be good, and then you wet it and you're like, I'm beating my face with a rock. So that's promising that this is already soft and it's not even wet yet. Yes, it's dampened sponge, okay. So I will definitely save this for an upcoming video to try for you guys. And make sure you tell me in the comments what stuff you wanna see me use. If you have no interest in seeing me use something, you know, you don't have to tell me that, but make sure you tell me what you do want to see me use. And this, I feel like I did actually mention this in a video, but I'm mentioning it again because I haven't mentioned it since. Tons of big influencers have mentioned this. It's like a cult classic from years ago. I've always wanted to try it, but I don't want to pay 40 bucks for this thing. This is the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. I feel like Samantha Rabadol, for me, is the one who like put this on my wish list. I found this for $10, maybe 12 at Marshall's like a month or so ago. I still haven't tried it yet. Maybe I should try it now? I don't know. It's like a cream kind of highlighter. It's kind of subtle. I'm already wearing a highlighter. I'm wearing the Laura Mercier one that I also found at Marshall's. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be waxy or kind of mess up my makeup or anything. Maybe I'll just try it on one side, why not? Although I have to say, it doesn't feel like it's going to be as nice as my ColourPop bright sticks. Light sticks? What are they called? Yeah, I can't really tell because I already have highlighter on. So I'll save this for a video where I haven't put anything on yet, and then we'll kind of play with it. But I'm very excited because, I mean, these aren't cheap, and I mean, when you find something like this at Marshall's for a quarter of the price, whether you want to use it or not, you want to buy it because you don't want anyone else to have it. Who's kidding you? Not me. All right, now on to some palettes that I just bought. Okay, the BH Cosmetics. Trendy in Tokyo. BH just came out with a bunch of new, like, international palettes. And this one just kind of spoke to me. It's very colorful, it's very fun, and I really wanted to try it. I have a few of their newer ones that are like this, not from this line, but I feel like one of their last international lines that they came out with like this, and it was amazing. And the quality was fantastic, so I really wanted to pick this up. We have half matte, half like metallic. Again, swatches don't mean too much, but let's just swatch for fun anyway. Lime green. Like, BH Cosmetics has come a long way, in my opinion. Like, some of their old palettes, like, and I'm talking the ones that look like Morphe palettes. Those old palettes are pure trash. Their newer ones that come in these kind of like paper palettes they're good palettes. The old ones, no. The old plastic kind of palette-y ones, no. Those aren't any good. These paper palettes, these are the ones you want to try if you've never tried BH Cosmetics. These are the good ones. This one, I have swatched. I don't love it. I'm kind of disappointed. It's the Physicians Formula Gold Vault. I found this on clearance, I think at Walmart. This retailed originally for like $15 or something crazy. It's like a face palette. It's the 24 karat gold collagen face palette. So it has a bronzer, highlighter, eyeshadows, and a gold mascara. I put the gold mascara in like my donate drawer because nope, I'm never gonna use that. So we have all these eyeshadows here, a highlighter. I mean, I would never use that as a highlighter. This is definitely for somebody with like a deeper skin tone. And then a bronzer, which looks very shimmery, but it's actually not. It looks more interesting than it actually is. There's like 2 shades in this entire palette. One being this one, and the other one, I don't even know if there's another one. It might just be one. It might be the only shade that interests me. So good thing it was on clearance. It's been sitting here for, God, like 2 months, and I've yet to touch it. I just don't know what to do with it. And now on to the palettes. I've used one today to do my eyes, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's the first Kardashian-owned makeup item I've ever bought, tried, anything like that. I've never bought a Kylie product or anything owned by a Kardashian. This is the KK Beauty Classic Eyeshadow Palette. I swatched it in Ulta, and it felt amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. And it's really nice. It's obviously really good quality. Everything blended beautifully. It sat down really well. It's a very basic shade palette. I mean, it's nothing that's going to be like, oh my God, I can get the most amazing looks out of this, but it's a very good quality eyeshadow palette, absolutely. I didn't use the metallics. I put a little bit of this in my inner corner, but I mean, these 2 shades, I just died over. I mean, even though they're very subtle shades, they're just my kind of shades. Like, I love those yellowy cream shades for some reason. They just speak to me. But the shades that I did use, which is basically almost all of the mattes except for this one, I really, really liked. I mean, they all just translated really, really well, blended really well. Everything didn't just blend all together. For a first impression, I was just very happy with what I came away with. So far, so good. And here are the metallics. Metallics are also very beautiful. I didn't have any inclination to try this when I first saw this. When I saw Trend Moods, I'm pretty sure this was on my anti-haul list. I'm pretty sure I trashed it in a video when I first saw it. I was like, boring, fuck you. Jared Blandino and his sister are just known for making this brand have a bad name. That's what they've done for Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Natural Nudes Complexion Inspired Eyeshadow Palette. They just don't shut their mouths. Like, they just say whatever they want all over social media. They just make themselves look horrible. They make the brand look horrible. They're not doing themselves any favors. They need people to tell them, don't push send, don't tweet that. So that was my initial reaction when I saw this. I was like, no, Too Faced, fuck you. I'm not buying your shit. I swatched this, I touched it in Ulta, and that changed my mind. I didn't want to support them because I still don't think they're particularly good people. But this felt wonderful. I only swatched it again when I got home. I didn't actually use it. But man, I own a few things from Too Faced that I've gotten in the past, and this might be the nicest feeling palette I've ever felt that I've purchased from them. It feels remarkably similar to this formula. It felt so nice that I really wanted to try it for myself. Again, a really basic palette. It's not anything that's going to blow your mind and be like, wow, look at all the amazing looks that I can come up with this. So the formula of the metallics are different. I think there's like glitter formula and metallic, and I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to look at the box. So we have these four right here. There's like a chunkier formula and then like a smoother formula. Now my hand was a little bit damp because I just wiped those matte shades off, so just be aware that's probably why these look extra kind of wet. But you can see in the pan, like these two metallics are like a chunky formula, and then as you go down, they're kind of smoother formulas. So far, just by touching them, I know they have like a different formula. It says like they have, I want to say like hyaluronic acid and some kind of coconut formula. So if coconut is something that you're not a fan of, I wouldn't recommend this. So I haven't given this the full test of trying it out, but I am going to do it in a video. So, but yeah, I'm intrigued by it. My last product is the new palette by Jaclyn Hill. I'm not gonna get deep into this, but I'm on Twitter and I am witness to things on there that maybe if you're not on there, you don't witness a ton of. But I'm not the biggest Jaclyn Hill fan. I used to be a Jaclyn Hill fan. I'm not anymore. And it isn't necessarily because of, it's more so because of her business ethic. You know, I'm not coming on here to trash everyone. No, I loved her first Morphe palette. I haven't liked anything since. I want to know if this is like her first palette. That was a good palette. Since then, I think she's just gone downhill. I just don't think she's the same person. I think she's just here for our money, and that's kind of roundabout how I feel about it. But I'm interested to see where this palette stands. I will say though, this palette does have a hair on it, and I don't mean like sitting on it. There's a hair embedded into this palette, and I say embedded because I can't even blow this hair away. And it's sitting right there. It's a black hair, and it's embedded somewhere, whether it be inside the side of the palette itself, in the powder, I don't know. I'm blowing it, and it is still there. That's weird. And I will remove that hair and give a good spray of alcohol over top, just in case. So let's get into swatching this. I'm not gonna swatch the whole thing in this video. I'll do more in-depth swatches in the video, like featuring this and like the try on and everything. But from what I see, it's mattes and a few like mattes with like some glitter in it, like the glitter mattes, which I just think are bullshit in general, not just from this palette, but any palette that has those, because the glitter doesn't translate. I thought there was pressed glitters in here, but I don't think that's right, because none of these look like pressed glitters. They look like a chunky metallic instead of pressed glitter, like the Talia gold in here. Like, I'll show you up close. I removed that hair, just so you know. And I did a light spray of alcohol all over the whole thing, just for my own sanity. So like this one I thought was a pressed glitter, but maybe I just read it wrong. But this is the only one that looks like it has a different like metallic formula. The rest look like regular metallics and satins. And then this one here, maybe? And these two look like they might be like mattes with like some glitter in it. It's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, we're just gonna call them mattes because, like I said, those kind of shades just don't translate, in my opinion. And then I feel like we have like these shades here, and then this one and like a few of these, they look just so similar. I don't know why. Again, that's not specific to this palette, but I just got done, yeah, like, and like here and here. Like they just throw in a bunch of shades that are so similar. Why do they do that? And then there's a bunch, anyway, okay. That's just my pet peeve in general with palettes. Again, not just specific to this one. Anyway, I'm just gonna pick a bunch of random shades to swatch. I'm gonna do the No Joke, which is the yellow. Okay, that feels nice. Feeling Myself, which is like a not a burnt orange, but like a pumpkin orange. I'll swatch mattes first. We'll do Perfectionist, which feels very smooth. Doesn't swatch that great, actually. Thick Skin, right. That swatch is really nice though, right here. Living My Best, which is that red shade with like some of the glitter in it, which is a gorgeous red, but yeah, you can't, the glitter's not gonna translate. That's swatched, okay. Hopefully it goes better on the eye. G Money, which is like a gorgeous like puke crap shade. Oh, I love that. We have Hard On right here. And you know what, let's pick Crazy, which is like a maroon shade. Ooh, that's nice. And again, these are just swatches. The only one that was like, was this one over here, which was Perfectionist. And now I'll take these off and I'll swatch a few of the metallics. So we'll swatch I'm In It, which is like a duochrome. I don't love this kind of duochrome. It's like that purple duochrome. I don't love that. Ooh, that stains, those stained my fingers. Okay, Talia, which is that, ooh, that's a really pretty gold. Okay, Ride or Diamonds. That's pretty. Now, I'm swatching these with a slightly damp finger because I'm wiping my finger off after every time I do this. Flawed or Odd, which is like a satin shade. So the real question is when I actually try these on, we're gonna see how it goes on. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is Empowered. And we'll do one more, which is like a deep purple, which is Good Place. That's all right. All right, so here are some of the metallics. They're not bad, but most of them are swatched with wet fingers, so we have to keep that in mind because everything swatches good wet. The test will be when we put it on. And like I said, I did see a ton of good looks using this palette, so we're gonna see. I will be doing a video with this palette. If it does perform well, you're gonna see it, and I can't be like, this performed horrible, because you're gonna see if it performed well. And regardless of my thoughts about Jaclyn Hill and her business ethics, if this ends up being a good palette, it's a good palette. And I can't argue with that. So that's it. Let me know what palette you wanna see in a video. I'm gonna do most of them. But if there's any products you've tried yourself, let me know which ones they are in the comments below, which ones you excited to see, which ones are you not excited to see. You can share them too. If you're a dick, I'm just gonna delete your comment. If you're a really big dick, I'm just gonna block you. So, and that was it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.